Commander Jake Miller stood on the crystal bridge of the alien ship, his heart beating fast as he looked at Princess Zara of the Velian Empire. The tall, blue-skinned woman with silver hair and glowing purple eyes had saved his life 3 times during the war against the dark machines that wanted to destroy all life in the galaxy. 6 months ago, Jake had been just another human pilot fighting a losing battle. Earth was under attack and humanity seemed doomed. Then Zara appeared with her powerful fleet, offering help to the small human forces. She said humans had something special that even her advanced people lacked: the will to never give up no matter how bad things looked. At first, Jake thought she was just being kind to a weaker species. The Velians were known across the galaxy for their incredible technology and psychic powers. Their ships could move faster than light without engines, and they could read minds and heal wounds with just their thoughts. Humans seemed like children compared to them. But as they fought side by side, Jake learned that Zara saw something in humans that amazed her. When her own soldiers wanted to retreat from impossible battles, the human fighters kept going. When alien weapons that could break Velian shields hit human ships, the crews would patch holes with metal plates and keep fighting. When Jake himself was wounded and should have died, he used an old human trick to fix his damaged fighter with spare parts and duct tape. The princess began spending more time with Jake, asking about human culture and history. She wanted to know how humans could be so brave when they were so fragile compared to other species. Jake told her stories about human wars where small groups held off larger armies, about explorers who sailed into unknown oceans, about scientists who kept working even when everyone said they were wrong. Zara was fascinated. She said most advanced species became careful and safe once they developed powerful technology. They avoided risks and tried to preserve what they had. But humans still took chances and pushed forward even when they might lose everything. As the war continued, Jake and Zara grew closer. She taught him how to pilot Velian ships using thought control. He showed her human tactics that confused enemy computers because they seemed too crazy to work. Together, they won battles that should have been impossible. The final battle came when the machine fleet gathered around Earth for one last attack. Every human ship was damaged and running low on supplies. The Velian fleet was outnumbered 10-1. It looked hopeless. That was when Jake suggested the most insane plan anyone had ever heard. Instead of fighting the machines in space, they would let them land on Earth, and then use the planet itself as a weapon. Humans would hide in underground bunkers while Zara used her psychic powers to turn Earth's magnetic field into a giant electromagnetic pulse that would shut down every machine on the surface. The plan required perfect timing and would put both species at terrible risk. If it failed, Earth would be destroyed and the Velian fleet would be trapped. But Zara agreed immediately. She said it was exactly the kind of bold human thinking that could win impossible victories. The plan worked. The machines landed expecting an easy victory and instead found themselves powerless. Human forces came out of hiding and destroyed the disabled machines with simple weapons. The war was won. After the victory celebration, Jake knew he had to tell Zara how he felt. For months he had been falling in love with this alien princess who saw greatness in humanity when no one else did. But how could a simple human pilot ask royalty from an advanced species to marry him? That night, Jake found Zara alone on the observation deck of her flagship, looking out at the stars. The princess turned as he approached, her purple eyes glowing softly in the dim light. Jake had practiced this speech 100 times, but now all his words seemed stupid. Finally, he just spoke from his heart. He told her that she had shown him what humans could really be, that fighting beside her had made him proud of his species in a way he never felt before, that her belief in human courage had given him strength he never knew he had. Then Jake got down on one knee and pulled out a simple gold ring that had belonged to his grandmother. It was nothing compared to the crystal jewelry the Velians wore, but it was all he had. "Princess Zara," he said, his voice shaking, "I know I am just a human and you are royalty from a great empire, but these months fighting beside you have been the best of my life. Will you wed me?" Zara stared at the ring for a long moment. Jake felt his heart sinking. How could he have been so foolish to think an alien princess would want to marry a human? Then Zara began to laugh. Not mockingly, but with pure joy. Her eyes grew even brighter as she reached down and took the ring. "Jake Miller," she said, "you still do not understand what makes humans special. Any Velian male would offer me treasures and grand speeches about my beauty and power. but only a human would offer me something that belonged to his family, something that meant love instead of wealth. She slipped the ring onto her finger. It fit perfectly. My people have watched your species for centuries, Zara continued. We have seen humans do impossible things through sheer determination. But I never understood the real secret until I met you. Humans do not fight for glory or conquest. You fight for love. Love of family, love of home, love of ideals that matter more than your own lives. Zara reached down and helped Jake stand up. She took his hands in hers. The Velian Empire has existed for 10,000 years, she said. We have conquered diseases, mastered space travel, and gained powers that seem like magic. But we lost something important along the way. We forgot how to love so deeply that we would risk everything for it. Jake could hardly believe what he was hearing. This incredible alien princess was saying yes. I will wed you, Jake Miller, Zara said. Not despite you being human, but because you are human. Your species reminds the galaxy what it means to have a heart that never gives up. I want to learn that courage from you every day for the rest of our lives. Jake pulled Zara close and kissed her. Around them, stars shined like diamonds scattered across black silk. Behind them lay Earth, saved by the partnership between human determination and alien wisdom. As they held each other, Jake realized that this was bigger than just two people falling in love. This was the beginning of something new. Humans and Velians working together, each species learning from the other. The galaxy had tried to break humanity, but instead humanity had shown everyone else what real strength looked like. The wedding took place on Earth 6 months later. Representatives from dozens of species came to witness the marriage between the human commander and the alien princess. It was the first ceremony of its kind, and it marked the beginning of a new alliance that would spread human courage and Velian wisdom throughout the stars. Years later, when other species asked what made the human-Velian alliance so successful, the answer was always the same. Humans had taught the galaxy that love and determination could overcome any obstacle, and sometimes the most important battles were won not with weapons or technology, but with the simple question, will you wed me?